Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here to give you some thoughts on the Dropout limited series on Hulu, which came out a couple or so years ago, and of course starred Amanda Seyfried portraying the real-life figure Elizabeth Holmes, who was involved in a big tech, sort of pharmaceutical scam quite a few years ago. I think she was actually just more went on with that case recently, without like spoiling it if you don't know too much about it. I didn't, honestly, initially at the start of the series, and I read a bit more once I finished it. And I think that's a good move. If you don't know much already about these sort of like true events, I think it's best for the enjoyment of the series that you kind of get a vibe through that and then look more into it if you want to. That way you're not like spoiled on what goes on in the show. But anyway, I'm a big fan of Amanda Seyfried. I think she is already one of the absolute best actors out there of the past like 15, 20 years. Going from, things like Mean Girls and, Letters to Juliet. And he had like Jennifer's Body in there. But, and then the past few years, she's done some like amazing acting work. That puts her on a level past, people who have been doing it for, decades and decades. I just think she's absolutely fantastic, and her undertaking of portraying someone like Elizabeth Holmes, she really kind of transforms into the part, right down to the voice. I mean, Elizabeth Holmes apparently had, sort of changed and fluctuated her voice to, sound more like domineering and strong, with that, deep, sort of breathy tone she was known for. And Seyfried does that as well, and it just got stuck in my head. So when I watched her in something else afterward, it's like, oh yeah, she actually doesn't talk like that. But like every little mannerism, I know she studied the woman very closely. Seyfried absolutely deserved her award wins for this performance. I'm so glad she got that. The show's about 8 episodes long. There's some other particular actors involved, like even William H. Macy. Michael Ironside is in an episode or two. And the surrounding cast is all pretty good. I don't think any of them episode to episode are necessarily like on the level of Seyfried, but it is supposed to be her show. There's also Dylan Minnette in the later part of the series as well, who I've always liked. But yeah, overall I think this is a very good series. I do have some lukewarm feelings towards it in a general sense, though. And this part will just kind of depend on you. For me, I wasn't like overly interested in the plot of it. Like I said, pharmaceutical scam and tech scam and stuff like that. It's just not the most interesting topic to me, but again, that'll kind of depend on you. Maybe you're more interested in those specific subjects of controversy than I am. But still, the Seyfried is very engaging, and by episode like 5 or 6, it really ramped up in terms of intensity. I don't want to say it became like a thriller or anything, but they really made the situation and the payoffs of it in the real world feel like it should have. And I really liked the first episode or two as well, but in the middle I feel like it kind of dipped in my interest a bit. But thankfully Seyfried is still always at the center of it, and yeah, I think it's definitely a series worth checking out, so please do.